With all of the uncertainty and chaos going on in the world right now, it has never been more important for us to start making protecting our peace a priority. We no longer have the time or the mental energy to continue caring about things that do not deserve our precious attention. And we have to start realizing that it's totally fine to go against the grain if it means that we're being true to ourselves or our morals and values. In the end, it really doesn't matter what our lives look like to the outside world because no one else has to live our lives. And people who are going to judge us are always going to find a reason to judge us anyway. I think a lot of us feel guilty and selfish when we make choices that other people really don't understand or maybe don't approve of, even when we know deep down it is the best thing for us. So today, I just want to offer the reminder that it is more than okay to prioritize your happiness and your well-being, even if it means that we are disappointing other people sometimes or living in a way that makes absolutely no sense to anyone else. If something doesn't feel right for whatever reason, then it probably isn't right for us. And that doesn't mean that we want to be reckless or genuinely be selfish, but I think it is so easy for us to forget how important our peace and our authenticity actually are. And once that happens, we just leave the door wide open for chaos because we start stuffing our lives with things that we don't really care about. They're just the things that other people are telling us that we're supposed to care about, or the things that they think we should do or believe, even if we don't want to do these things or they don't align at all with our personal belief system. So if there's any part of you that in this moment is still worrying about how your life looks to other people rather than focusing on how your life feels to you personally, then it's time to start considering whether or not that worry really is pushing your life in the direction that you want it to go in. In other words, is prioritizing the expectations of other people really bringing you joy and fulfillment? Or do you kind of feel like it's just leading you to sacrifice your own happiness? We have to be honest with ourselves about this because if we figure out that that really is the case, then we have to come to the conclusion that it's really not helping anyone involved, even though we are making this big sacrifice and we have really great intentions and all we really want is to make that other person happy. And if the person that is putting pressure on us to be a certain way or to live a certain way is a loved one, then we also have to know that they would not want the end result of this to be self-betrayal and suffering. And believe me, I know this can be really hard because half of the time these people really genuinely believe that they are helping and that they know more than we do. So we feel like we want to please them. But again, their approval is not worth the price of our happiness or our liberty to make informed choices that make sense to us. We can certainly listen to their advice and we can carefully consider it, but in the end, we have to do what's right for us. Honestly, I just don't think that any of us have the time or the mental space anymore to just get constantly dragged in directions that we don't want to go in. There's just not enough of us to go around. And that's why it's so important that we start to be able to say no without guilt when our heart is telling us that that is the right thing to do. And if we ever start feeling pressure to just kind of conform to what we think the rest of the world wants or what everyone else seems to be doing, but we don't have the bandwidth for it or it just doesn't align with us, then that is something that I think we have to honor as well. Because yes, maybe some people will judge us or criticize us for being different, but I really think that's something that we have to learn to be okay with because most of the time these people don't even know us and they certainly don't have our best interest at heart. And remember, the people that do actually love us will eventually come to understand and accept us for who we are because that is how love works. They may not always agree with all of our choices, just like we don't always agree with all of their choices. But in the end, we get to decide whether or not we're going to make any of these things an issue. So in these incredibly unusual times, just be more protective than ever of your time and your energy and what you and you alone decide is deserving of your attention. Protect your peace, let go of the chaos, set all the boundaries that are necessary, get support if you need it, and live your life authentically. And by the way, doing these things in no way makes us a selfish person. In fact, it makes us better able to love the people in our lives because we finally understand what it truly means to love and honor ourselves. And we finally have time and mental energy left over to give to the people that we care about, which is something that I think we're all just kind of grasping for right now. So please take care of yourself, show up for yourself, and I will see you in the next video.